Welcome back to ThreadTalk. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm your host, Teresa.
And I'm here at Denver. Nope. I am Denver. That is my name. Yes. I am here with Luna behind us as our secondary co-host.
Today we have cats. One cat.
A cat. We're not catless.
Today's episode is, Are You Serious?
No. It's, are you serious?
Same thing.
No, the serious is capital. The are you is small, and the serious the serious is capital.
Okay.
The
Are you
emphasis.
serious?
Yes.
I have some funny ones today. I have a good variety of stories today. I'm actually really excited for this episode.
I've got a good variety too, so I'm excited as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had some stories that have been in our Google Doc for quite a while.
They're just like, is this real? Are you serious? Is this happening? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good one. And any life updates for us? I don't know.
Not really.
That we need to talk about at the end of the episode?
I'll think about it as we're going through the episode, and we'll get the life updates at the end, near the outro, part of the outro.
All right. Should we just get into it?
Let's just get into it.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. Well, 2 minutes in, we're getting into it.
Get into it fast this time.
Okay. This one comes from Am I Wrong? Am I wrong for being blindsided by my friend's birthday dinner costing me $1,100? Birthday dinner for a friend costs $540 per person. My wife and I were invited to a major city to celebrate a friend's 40th. There were 2 days in the schedule, but we could only attend one because of my work schedule. We went to a fancy dinner and expected it would be over the top and expensive because it's their 40th and they have high-paying jobs and like to splurge. We met everyone at dinner at a fancy restaurant and found out it was family-style 6-course meal. When the check came, our friend's wife put it on her card and we assumed the bill would be split up afterwards. We knew it would be expensive, but we were okay with it. Went out for drinks after, slept at our hotel, and drove back the next day. Today, our friend's wife messages us that the total, minus tax and gratuity, split between 13 of us was $540 per person. We figured on the high end, we'd spend maybe half that for both of us. We really thought more like $300 total for both of us based on the quality of the food. I'm pretty offended that it wasn't communicated ahead of time that this meal was going to be a fucking mortgage payment. What am I to do here?
That's so ridiculous. Like, who spends that much money on food?
That is so ridiculous. Especially not giving your guests a heads up.
Yeah.
If you're have some self-awareness, knowing if you're in a friend group, I'm sure you know how your friends lived life in terms of financially. But
$540 a month is not normal. Of a dinner, a meal. He said mortgage payment, so I'm on track with a month. $550 per person is not normal.
No.
I've never been anywhere near close to that. Like they said, $300 for two people. That's usually the max that our dinner bills have ever been when we go to a fancy place for us.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
I'm thinking it was a Michelin star, very exclusive. I don't know. 6-course meal.
I want Bradley Cooper serving my meal if that's how much I'm paying.
Bradley Cooper.
In the movie Burnt, he's a 5-star Michelin restaurant. You didn't watch that movie?
No.
Oh, that was a good one. We have to watch that together. Okay. But yeah, I'm expecting some magicians to be giving me entertainment at the meal.
And he said it wasn't even good quality food. He said for the food quality, they expected it to be $300 total.
That's crazy. We can go to the CN Tower and get a 360 view of the city and a meal, and it's $150 each or something.
Honestly less.
It's not that crazy.
Yeah.
I think our Valentine's bill was $300 when we went.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
This is just way too much. And then ridiculous. Too is okay. Why is I would have preferred to get the bill at the restaurant, not the wife. Send me the receipt.
Yeah.
Where's the receipt? That's okay, how many people were there?
13.
13 people, and it was $540 each.
Oh my God, that's so much. How much tip did that waiter make?
That's a $7,000 bill.
Some people's credit cards don't even go past that. Like, what?
What?
Oh my God.
Like who? Okay, like I can understand
Sorry, that's not even with tax and gratuity.
Wait, so like why was his portion high 40? He didn't have to pay for the tip or taxes or gratuity?
I don't know. He just said before tax and gratuity, it was $540.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can understand like making good money. But like, unless you are like a celebrity, you should not be going to these kinds. Unless you're like an NBA star, an NFL star, you're fucking Jeff Bezos or like Steve Jobs or something.
With like stupid fuck you money.
Like stupid fuck you money. You should not, like, even if you're making like $200,000-$300,000 a year, like if you're a normal person, you're like, why are you going to a place like this?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know why places like this exist. Like,
I know.
It's absolutely outrageous.
It's also like sad to think about. Like, I don't know. Like, people are spending this amount of money on like
it's kind of sad.
Stupid shit.
Like food.
When like
why?
I don't know. People are like literally starving. Like, I don't know.
People are literally starving. And like the food's not gonna be that like crazy better.
Like, what are you eating? Gold? Is everything destined in gold?
What I always find too is like the servings are so much smaller too.
Yeah.
It's
it's a 6-course, so probably 6 small courses for sure.
Ridiculous. Like, let's just go to Moxie's and have great food.
Denver's favorite restaurant is Moxie's. I don't know if the States have Moxie's.
I don't know. Is that a Canadian thing?
I have no idea.
Okay, guys, life tip here. If you ever go to Moxie's, get the chicken rigatoni. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the chicken pasta dish with this like creamy mushroom, even though I don't like mushroom, and like winey sauce. The sauce is the best sauce that I've ever had. It comes with a little bread piece on the side. It is literally the best pasta dish that I've ever had anywhere. I used to work at Moxie's, so maybe that's why I have a soft spot for it. But their white chocolate brownie is also
they're
fantastic.
Iconic for that. Yes. But sorry, you said that was the best pasta dish you've ever had when my mom is Italian?
No, if you're rewind the track, I said that's the best pasta dish I've had at a restaurant.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. No, I will find out when I'm editing this, but I could have swore if I didn't, I meant to say at a restaurant.
Interesting. I don't think you did.
Franca's vodka penne alla vodka sauce is the absolute best.
My mom has like an iconic dish, penne alla vodka. It's not really an Italian dish though.
I don't know, but I never had it before I met your mom, and she made it. And then when we go to a restaurant, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll get the vodka sauce one, and it's shit. It's always fucking shit since I've had your mom's. Nothing compares.
Yeah,
it's like mac and cheese. I always get like mac and cheese places. Whenever there's a mac and cheese on the menu, I always try to get it, and it's just a letdown. Yeah, because in Toronto we have this place called Bobby Sue's. Oh, we got it like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And it was great. It made me so happy. Bomb. But like it is the best mac and cheese that I've ever had with like this creamy sauce. And every time I go into a restaurant now, I'm like, oh, I think I'll get mac. Before that, I never got mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And now I get mac and cheese and I'm like, oh, this is a fucking disappointment.
Yeah.
Nobody can make it as good. And that place is like this little hole in the wall.
Yeah, if you guys ever come to Toronto.
If you ever visit Toronto, that is like a staple food place. It's a little tiny shack, hole in the wall.
It's literally a shack.
They only have one location. Like, this is like the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. I can't believe it's not bigger than it is. But they're always like, they'll sell out for the day early. They have to shut down their Uber Eats app. Like, you can't order it from them. They're always like just stacked all the time. It's great. All right, let's get back to the story. Is there any updates on that?
Yeah, there was a couple edits and updates.
Okay, perfect.
Edit 1. We expect to spend a lot of money going out with these friends. We have gone out several times where an evening costs us $250 to $300 per couple, but never anything like $1,100 just for dinner. Edit 2. Thanks everyone for the comments. This is a much bigger response than I thought it would. I want to respond to some common comments here. We truly did not expect the host to pay for dinner. Based on previous events/dinners with this group, we expected to pay for our own meals and drinks. When the bill came, the host, birthday boy's wife, grabbed the bill and paid it with her card. We were surprised that it looked like she was paying. But now, a couple days later, she is sending out bills to the couples for their portion of an even split of the dinner. It was not discussed that there would be only one check for the group. Some of her friends who came with us and were in on all of the same communications leading up to this dinner were also completely surprised by the total amount of the meal. If it matters, they are very well off and still got sticker shock. This is validating for me because they've been with us in this group for many dinners with this couple and also did not expect this outcome. They got a bill for both nights that totaled just shy of $2,000 for food and drinks on tabs that were paid for at the time by the host couple. For those saying we should have asked ahead of time, I guess this is where I get hung up. We were anticipating a range based on many meals with this group, including birthday dinners. Why would we reach out to the host and ask, this isn't going to cost us more than $1,000, is it? When every past experience was substantially lower, 60 to 70% less. We haven't asked for an itemized receipt yet, but looked up the cost of the family-style dinner per person. Based on what we ate/drank, our total would come to around $700. To be honest, I would have been surprised by that amount, but we're being asked to pay $400 more than that, and I think, as many have pointed out, we are getting charged for others' wine choices. We will either just send that amount or ask for an itemized receipt, as many have recommended. I believe our next course is, as many have recommended, to pay for what we had and distance ourselves from these people or just never accept another invitation. Edit 3. My wife contacted the restaurant and it turns out that there's a minimum per person charge that works out to $530 after tax and gratuity for reservations the size of this group. This is $200 per person, more than we consumed, and the host never told us about it, even when contacting us for payment. The host would have been aware prior to inviting us, because she would have had to agree to it for the size of the group. The restaurant doesn't do reservations for that size party and has to make a special arrangement.
So the price is, it was a little skeptical there, but I guess the price is making sense with the minimum spend. That's still like such a crazy, like, I feel like if you're the host and you're like, usually this is where we go, but like, you want to go to a place that is like 3 times the amount that you guys normally spend or 4 times the amount they normally spend. That's something that should be said
100%
to your guests. Even other guests who are better off are still like, yeah, we don't usually spend that much money on food because it's ridiculous, and they got sticker shock.
Yeah.
And also, like, we're not on that level, but like whenever we're booking a place for like a group and it says that there's a minimum spend, we always let our guests know, like, hey, this is the place. There is a minimum spend on this. Do you think we should still book it? Like, there's a conversation and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, it's like it's like the host paid for it to A, either get the reward points, or B, like to kind of like,
she's sneaky, I think.
She's a little sneaky.
Yeah.
Paid for both nights too.
Yeah.
And who needs a 2-night birthday party? Well,
that too.
These kind of people, I guess. I don't know. It's a little
$2,000 for dinner and drinks for 2 nights.
You know, I've always like I've read or I've seen like the TikTok videos for like motivation, and they're always like, you know, you got to elevate your status, you know, hang out with people that make more money if you want to have that mindset and make more money. Like, bro, that will make you broke hanging out with these people, like literally. When they try to go out for dinner and everything. Like, what?
Just because they're spending this amount of money too doesn't really mean that they're wealthy. Like, a lot of people, I feel, do spend a lot of money on stuff that they can't afford. I know in this scenario they said like, that they're well off.
If you're spending like $550 for a meal, like, you better be like well off. Yeah. Like tech startup, like stupid rich, like so rich, like you got 10 mil in your bank and you don't check it because you don't care.
Like, I'm wondering what like their combined income is.
Like, your income needs to be significant for that to be like not being measured what the bills are anymore.
I know, literally.
Like, even if we were making like $1 million a year,
I know.
I wouldn't be going to this kind of place.
Figure.
Like, it needs to be like well above that.
Yeah. Okay, so there's an update. Those were edits. Now there's an update.
Oh, shit.
Yes. We, my wife and I, wish we had done more research, of course. We didn't, because we've gone to plenty expensive, to us, meals with this couple for anywhere from $100 to $300, with $300 being an absolute most we've ever spent, and have an expectation that our friends would communicate if something was going to be substantially different than what we're used to. Our mistake. The majority of comments mirrored our feelings that this minimum, or even the average ticket price of the restaurant, should have been communicated by the host ahead of time, and that this lack of communication is bizarre and pretty tacky. There were lots of comments saying that we should have looked at the menu, etc., and obviously, in hindsight, we wish we would have. But the reality is that if we had looked at the menu, this was, unbeknownst to us, a special event, and our host had selected a prefix menu with a table minimum that they did not communicate to us or anyone else. Other guests in the group were just as surprised by the final amount. Many other comments said not to pay them at all, which I could not seriously consider. Even though I'm upset by the situation, I totally intended to pay our own way, just not to be stuck with paying for other people's expensive tastes. Which is why we ended up texting the host that we were very surprised by the price and asked to see a copy of the receipt. To her credit, she sent it right away. It confirmed the minimum price for the table and that others in the group had ordered very expensive wine and drinks that brought the overall bill to above the minimum. We added up our total, which hilariously comes out to $666. So that's what we're sending them. Approximately $430 less than what we initially requested. Not sure where this leaves the friendship, but we won't be accepting dinner invitations anytime soon. My wife and I had a blast reading your response, and I appreciate all of your perspectives. We'll be cooking dinner at home for a while.
Yeah, after even $666, I'm like, yeah, we're getting freaking chicken and rice for the next 2 weeks. That's good that they didn't just give in. Yeah, it's so tacky, I guess you could say. I would say rude of the host to like not be like, hey, this is a significantly more expensive place than we normally go to, but we would love to go there. And then B, not letting them know that there's a minimum spend. And the fact that like the minimum spend was met. And then they're still being, it's like, you can't just, and you're just dividing it. It's like, buddy, I didn't order the 300 bottle of wine. Like, I'm not paying for that.
Was it minimum spend or?
It said minimum spend was $540, but then she said that the total bill meet the minimum spend anyway, because some of the other people were getting fancy ass bottles of wine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Minimum spend was $530. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, that's not really fair. Like, those persons should be paying for all that. It means a lot of people were maybe some people were expecting their bill to be higher, and they're like, oh, it's only $1,100. Okay, sweet. But like, that's
not fair.
Yeah, maybe they were prepared and ready for it. I would also say that, like, I don't know, like, whenever we're invited out to a place, like, the first thing you do is check out the menu.
100%.
So like, that could have gave them a little bit of awareness. Not that it's their fault or anything, but that's
some people don't.
Some people don't.
A lot of people don't.
And honestly, it's not their fault. But you know, you if you don't want to be surprised by things like this,
I think they will going forward.
Yeah, you can check the menu. Yeah. Now that wouldn't have solved all their problems, because they still would have got hit with the same bill. Yeah. And they still would have been surprised. But it would have been like, why is our bill $1,100 when I thought it was going to be $600, which is still like pretty much double. But like, at least they're not surprised between like, why is their bill $1,100 when normally it's like $300? So like, that's like 4 times. So that's I like that term. That was extremely tacky on the host
Very
part.
tacky. Yeah. I wouldn't go out with these people again. Yeah.
You would think okay. Hear me out on this. I don't want to be entitled or anything, but you would think that if you're the type of person where dropping that much money is like insignificant for you, you wouldn't even be asking people to like send you money for the rest of the bill. Like, if you're that wealthy that you can go out, and I know this is a little entitled, I'm not saying it should be, but like, if I was like that wealthy that I spent this much money all the time, and I'm inviting people out to come celebrate our birthday and everything like that, like, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to just be like, don't worry guys, the whole bill's on me. Because like, I feel like you're like at that point where money doesn't register to you the same way that does to other people.
I do kind of agree with that.
So that tells me that these people are not there.
Yeah.
That, like, they're not all the way up there.
They're spending more than they should be.
They're spending more than they should be when they are asking and expecting people to pay back for that portion, so they didn't have to pay for the whole thing. Yeah. Because I feel like if you're there where you're like, I can afford the $1,100 for 2 people dinner. Like, I could be out of touch because I'm not there. So I could be kind of out of touch.
No, I do get what you're saying.
I feel like it's so far up there. Yeah. Where I wouldn't be surprised if the host is just like, $8,000 bill. Don't worry, guys, it's on me, because like, it's insignificant. So I don't know.
No, I think we're just thinking of this as like, if you're going to spend that amount of money, like, you should be stupid rich. And at that point, then like, you could afford to pay for the whole bill. Yeah,
those stupid rich people are usually like, hey, if I'm inviting you guys to my party, I'm covering the bill. Yeah. That's usually what they're like. I feel like the wealthier, that's kind of like, they have that expectation, or you should have that expectation. If you're inviting people to come to your event, and you're inviting them to a place that's significantly more expensive than what you guys usually do and everything, then like, you're prepared to pay that bill.
Yeah. Reality is, though, people don't make financially good decisions.
No, and they purchase outside of their means.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what's happening here.
It goes into that category there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this one was crazy. That's all.
All right.
Be pissed.
I would be like
that's rent, bro. Like that's literally like almost our rent.
That's like half of our rent.
Yeah, but like okay. But still, like
that's outrageous. That's the food bill for the month.
Yeah.
That's literally what we pay for food a month.
Oh my god.
$1,200. Like what? Wild. No, I wouldn't be okay with that. I wouldn't have even I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Let's just move along.
Let's just move along. I don't have the answer for everything. I'm going to follow that up with a similar kind of story. We're going to put them together here.
Okay.
All right. Am I the asshole for dumping my girlfriend after she expected me to pay for everyone on her birthday?
Oh.
I, 24 male, and my girlfriend, 24 female, have been dating for 4 years. On my girlfriend's 24th birthday 2 weeks ago, I booked a table at a pretty nice restaurant for me, her, and 4 of her friends. I want to clarify beforehand that I earn quite a bit more money than my girlfriend, so I cover all the rent and utilities for our apartment, while she covers household expenses like groceries and other things. While at the restaurant, I noticed how she and all of her friends ordered some of the most expensive items on the menu. At the time, I thought I would only be covering mine and my girlfriend's bill, so I wasn't really concerned about that. When the bill arrived and the waiter asked if I would like to split the bill, I said yes. I told the waiter that what my girlfriend and I had ordered would be on me, and the rest should be decided between her friends. The bill totaled around 11,000 euros.
Oh.
I remember the smiles being...
Sorry, 11,000?
My apologies.
Oh my god.
The bill totaled around 1,100 euros.
Wow.
I remember the smiles being wiped off their faces as soon as I said that. I ended up paying for my girlfriend's and my food while her friends paid for theirs. I remember the car ride home being awfully silent. I kept asking my girlfriend if something was wrong, but she kept insisting that she was just tired. But I know she wasn't just tired, quote unquote. My girlfriend ended up giving me the silent treatment for the next week.
What?
I would keep asking her if something was wrong, but she would always refuse to say what the issue was. The thought of me not paying being the culprit kept creeping into my mind, but I would always reassure myself by telling myself that my girlfriend wouldn't be dumb enough to expect me to pay for everyone's food. Well, I just lost it last Monday and demanded an answer from her. She ended up telling me that I embarrassed her in front of her friends for not paying for everyone. I asked her why it was my responsibility to pay. She told me that since I organized everything and I was, quote unquote, the man, I was obligated to pay for everyone. We ended up getting into a heated argument, and I ended up staying at my parents' house for the next couple of days to gather my thoughts. I came home last Friday, and her attitude towards me didn't change one bit. When I confronted her again, she told me to transfer the money her friends paid for the food, and only then would she talk to me.
What?
We got into another heated argument, and I broke up with her then and there, telling her to pack her things.
Good.
While leaving, she called me, quote unquote, a broke boy, and wished me luck finding another girlfriend with my brokey mentality. I almost immediately regretted dumping her on the spot for something that in grand scheme of things is really small. She sent me an apology yesterday for calling me those names, but she still insisted on me paying back her friends if I wanted to make our relationship work.
Oh.
I have been an absolute mess since. I don't want to throw away 4 years with someone I considered to be the future mother of my kids. I could have given her friends a heads up that I wouldn't be covering for them, and I know that's completely my fault. But her behavior over the past 2 weeks is also quite concerning to me. But again, I love her too much for this situation to be the end of our relationship. I just want to swallow my pride and send her friends the money and forget about everything. Did I overreact? Should I apologize to her friends and send the money? Am I the asshole here?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I I don't think there's any coming back from this relationship. She sounds very immature. Mm-hmm. First of all, expecting you to pay for everybody. That's insane. There's a couple red flags to me. There's that. The fact that she gave him the silent treatment for a week.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bro, we can't go to bed. Like we kind of have this unspoken rule. Like we don't go to bed mad at each other. Like no. I can imagine a week. Like we can't even go one day. That is
so immature to not communicate with him. Like she sounds very immature. And then to call him a broke boy, bro.
He literally pays for the roof over your head.
That just tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's your mentality.
Her. Like that is what she thinks about you. Okay? So you need to get out of that relationship.
You're just the ATM.
You are the ATM for her. And that's so disgusting because it's like she's shaming you for being broke, for not being able to pay for her friends. How is she, without a man, gonna get through life?
Yeah.
Like if that's what her mentality is.
Top comment, she literally values a few $100s to each of her friends over your relationship. Yeah. She is so concerned and upset that you broke up with her that this is still the top list of demands to make the relationship work. Let that sink in, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a very easy one.
Yeah, you're definitely not the asshole.
No.
There was no update or edit to add, but I checked his account and there was an interesting comment that he made.
Okay.
I only initially invited my ex, but she wanted her friends to come as well, so I sent them the invite too. So like when he set the whole thing, it was just supposed to be a dinner between him and his girlfriend.
What?
And then she wanted her friends to come. So
that makes it so much worse.
So much worse. So it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to invite your friends to dinner.
Yeah.
And then you didn't want to pay for them.
That's wild.
It's, hey, I set up a dinner for us for your birthday. And she's like, oh, well, can my friends come and party with us too and go to dinner with us too? And then she expects her friends to pay. She literally just sees this man as an ATM.
It makes me wonder, like, for 4 years, how have there not been any other signs? Like,
you would think, right? 4 years is a long time for this to be coming up now.
Yeah, like she's definitely taken advantage of you before.
Yeah.
Financially.
Or she's just been on the wrong side of TikTok for the last month or so.
Or her friends are in her
going
ear.
Down a rabbit hole. Yeah, or her friends or something. Maybe new friends.
Even if people invite us out, like when Nicole invited us out for like our engagement, I do not expect anyone else to pay for us. I'm always offering. I'm always
willing to pay. Always
yes,
pay for
100%.
myself.
Like I will never expect, like no matter who's organizing or anything, like I will never expect someone else to pay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's organizing or anything. Like even if they say this is on us, I'm always still gonna offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just like
it's polite.
It's polite. It's the polite thing to do.
Exactly.
And people who don't do that, like, oh my God. I'm embarrassed for her. Like, how is she not embarrassed?
I mean, honestly, like if I was meeting someone, like we had new friends.
Yeah.
And we're going out to dinner and I say, don't worry, the bill's on me. Mm-hmm. And the person doesn't come back with, oh, no, I can pay for myself. Like, it's okay. And they just first time accept, oh, thank you. That's great. Yeah. That's a sign. That's a tell sign of what their attitude is like. And it's like, maybe a friendship with you isn't the correct course for me. That's like, you know, a judgment thing.
Yeah.
Not saying I use it. I'm not saying I use it or it's a trap or anything, but it's like if I did offer and I'm willing to pay and the person doesn't offer to pay for themselves and I don't have to insist that I'll pay, it's a little telling sign where it's like, oh, you okay.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think it's just the polite thing to do. I don't know. That's the way I was raised. I feel like that's the way most people were raised. And if you don't, I don't know, to have those expectations, like, are you serious?
Yeah, are you fucking serious? What is happening right now? Are you serious, bro? Come on.
All right, moving along.
Let's move along.
This one is from TIFU, posted 3 days ago.
Ooh, okay.
Today I fucked up by not telling my doctor how many Tic-Tacs I eat per day.
The fuck?
So I am absolutely fucking obsessed with the fruit adventure flavor of Tic-Tacs. The flavor combined with the soft smush they make between your teeth when you chew them make my brain very happy. I've been buying them in bulk, where each container has 200 candies each, and they come in bulk packs of 12 containers. I tend to eat them by the handful while I'm working or gaming, so in a day I can easily slam 1 to 2 containers. Now, keep in mind that on the nutrition label, it says that the serving size is 1 candy and is listed at having 0 calories, which I thought was awesome because I could have as many as I want. Over the last year, I found that I've gained around 40 pounds and nothing about my eating habits have changed as far as I was aware. I told my doctor about it as she was a bit worried, so she had me do a bunch of blood work to see if there was any reason why I gained so much weight in a short period of time. Everything came back normal. She referred me to a weight loss doctor who would also have me see a dietitian. I had been working with a dietitian for a few months now, and we have me keep a food log. I had a virtual visit with her today, and during it, I was fiddling around with an empty container to keep my hands busy. She saw it and asked where I got such a large container from, so I told her about it and how I eat 1 to 2 of these per day. She asked why those weren't on my food tracker, and I said it was because there's 0 calories, so it wouldn't count. Apparently, I was very, very wrong about this. She explained to me that the food companies can label something as being 0 calories if the food serving size contains 5 or less calories. In reality, each individual Tic-Tac actually has about 2 calories. So essentially, since each container has 200 pieces and I typically have 1 to 2 of those, I've been eating 400 to 800 plus calories per day of Tic-Tacs, in addition to all the other foods I've been eating, which is very likely why I've gained so much weight.
Wow. But like, okay, I have those.
Yeah, I know.
They're great for work.
They're delicious.
As a car salesman, you can't have bad breath. So they're great. But they're not candy.
They do taste like candy, though.
They do.
Come on.
No. They do taste like candy, but they're still mints.
Not the fruit flavor. I would not call those mints.
Are the candy Mentos? Or the fruit flavored Mentos candy?
They're like labeled as mints.
But I eat them like
candy. Like,
I eat the fruit Mentos as candy, not mints. But the Tic Tacs,
I would say the same thing.
Yeah. That's buddy, you're okay. Like it's not a liquid. It's not water. Okay.
What?
Like water is 0 calories.
Yeah.
It's a food. There is a physical substance to it.
That's true. I don't think there's any
Nothing is going to be 0 calories if you're putting a solid into your body. It's got to be a certain amount of calories.
Yeah.
And second off, even if they are 0 sugar, what are 0 calories? Why are you putting that much sugar into your body?
That's why it was weird when they said that the blood work was normal.
Should be like sugar hype.
He has diabetes or something.
Yeah, you're leading yourself to diabetes.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just forgot to mention that I have a tub of Tic Tacs every day. I don't know why my weight is going up.
But honestly, like the food companies, like they're scammers.
Well, these nutrition labels and stuff, like there's guidelines. Did you know that like Heinz ketchup doesn't have tomatoes in it?
No.
Or not that it doesn't have tomatoes or something, but like they shouldn't be allowed to label it as ketchup because ketchup has to have a certain amount of tomato content in it. And like the Heinz ketchup bottle doesn't have that amount of tomatoes in it to actually make it like legit ketchup.
In Canada or in the States?
I forget where I saw this.
I think it's different.
But I forget where I saw this, but it's ketchup, but there's barely any real tomatoes in it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think like nutrition labels should be allowed to say less than 5 calories is 0 calories. I think that's very misleading for people like this, but also like have some common sense. I don't know.
We think our bubblies are good at 0 calories. Now they actually might have a couple calories in it. Now when I see 0 calories, I don't trust 0 calories anymore.
Well, I think the bubbly, it's 0 everything. I don't know. Because it's literally just carbonated water and natural flavor. I don't know what natural flavor is.
That natural flavor's probably got like less than 5 calories.
But that's fine. We're not having like 50 cans of bubbly a day.
No, that's true. That's
still like less than 5 calories. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Sneaky warning labels. But yeah. Don't do that.
Okay, there's a couple edits.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just wanted to clarify that I'm aware that sugar will in fact make you gain weight. I'm not that stupid. But I never actually read the product ingredients. I assumed they must have been made with something like xylitol or some other artificial sweetener to make them 0 calories. So it never crossed my mind to check.
Artificial sweeteners will still make you gain weight.
Yeah. Edit 2. Dang, y'all are brutal, LMAO. But at least some good came out of it, since apparently, like me, a lot of people didn't realize about the less than 5 calorie per serving rule can legally be classified as 0 in the US. Personally, I wish we could have the model they do in other countries where they list calories per X amount of grams. Edit 3. My teeth are fine. Laughing face emoji. I actually just had a dentist appointment 2 weeks ago. No cavities or decay. Gums are healthy. Despite my candy habit, I do take good care of my teeth.
Regardless of whether you thought it was 0 calories, like that's a lot of candy. Like you have to recognize that the Tic-Tacs are candy.
Even if you thought it was like artificial sweetener, like that's not good for you.
It's not good for you. It's still candy and you still ate a shit ton.
Yeah.
Dummy.
The top comment is a GIF. I think it's from Superbad. It says, "Why would I get fat?" Girl says, "Bread makes you fat." He said, "Bread makes you fat?"
It's actually a really good garlic bread. Garlic bread is my favorite food. I could honestly eat it for every meal. Or just eat it all the time without even stopping.
You get fat.
No, why would I get fat?
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
Oh, yeah. Just be more...
That guy can't be serious.
Conscious.
His doctors are like, is this guy serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
I would
happening
be
right
so
now?
embarrassed.
He's so embarrassed. I'd be like, buddy.
This episode should be labeled like, aren't you embarrassed?
Are you embarrassed?
Oh, man.
All right, back to me.
Yeah.
This one's coming from Am I the Asshole? It was posted 1 month ago. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that if he pays me my hourly rate, I will do more housework? I am a steam fitter, but I've been at it for a while and I'm in supervision. With bonuses and incentives, but not counting benefits, I earn over $100 an hour. I also work out of town. I started doing that once the kids were old enough to take care of themselves with their dad at home. So when my youngest was in middle school and the oldest was a junior in high school. It is great. Our retirement savings are piling up and we have been able to splurge on the kids and ourselves. My husband is upset, however, that I decided to pay for a cleaning lady. He and I discussed it and we agreed that him and the kids didn't do a great job of keeping the house clean and tidy while I was away. I hated coming home to a mess. It caused a few fights because it was like they expected me to come home and clean up after them. Having her is fantastic. I come home to a clean house and I am happier. My kids have more time to study and do extracurriculars. They still have chores and they are still expected to clean up after themselves. My husband came to me last time I was home and said we should cut back on the service when I'm home, that I should be doing more housework. He thinks that we are wasting money. I said that I work 14 days in a row and that those are 13-hour days.
Wow.
Yes, it is mostly paperwork, but his job as a teacher isn't much more physically challenging. I said that I could offer him 2 options. If he wanted, we could completely get rid of the service and him and the kids could make sure the house was in good shape when I got home. Or he could pay me my hourly rate to do the extra housework on my days off. He is upset with me and says that I'm being financially manipulative. And I think if he and the kids actually did what they are supposed to do when I'm away, then none of this would be an issue. So am I the asshole?
No, absolutely not. What you're asking for is completely valid. Like, it sounds like you work more hours than your husband as a teacher.
Well, she works like 2 weeks off and then we'll probably have like a week or two off.
Okay.
So she's like on and off. She works like consistent longer blocks and then she has full blocks off.
Okay.
But it sounds like, you know, he's a teacher. He's got a light schedule and he gets summers off. So I think she probably works more.
Yeah.
Definitely
it sounds
makes more.
Overall, works more, makes more. If that's what she wants to spend her money on, a cleaner, 100% she should be able to do that.
Especially when you're too fucking lazy to clean up your own shit. Are you serious, buddy? You're going to tell your wife that while she's home, she needs to do more housework? How about while you're home, you do more housework?
Yeah, Exactly.
How about you actually, like, maybe don't make a fucking mess of the house while she's gone that she even needs to feel. Like, you guys have already gotten in a few fights for it. This has fixed it. What are you complaining about, buddy?
Yeah.
You're just being a dick for no reason.
100%.
Clean up your own fucking shit.
I would be livid.
Yeah, it's not being financially manipulative. It's like, listen, yeah, if you want to pay me to do housework, then this is the rate that I want to be paid,
which
to
is
do
reasonable.
It. So, or else, why not just keep the freaking cleaner?
Yeah, yeah, it's super reasonable. I would probably ask for the same thing. Like, so if he's so against it, yeah, I would be like, okay, pay me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but that's more. It's more of like, I don't want to fucking do it, buddy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I'm not being financially manipulative, but I'm like, it's like, bro, I don't want to do it.
It's also like, why is it falling on the woman to do it?
Yeah, you're home all the time. How about you just keep a clean house and clean up, and don't make a mess that she needs to clean when she comes back from her 2-week work trip.
Yeah, exactly. I thought this episode wouldn't make me stressed.
Are you serious?
Are you freaking serious, buddy? Come on.
Top comment.
Yeah.
So you can afford it. Everything gets done. Everybody has free time. Nobody has to do shit they don't want to. And there aren't any fights over it. I mean, there's really no downside and everybody wins.
Yep.
Him getting upset, you said if the maid goes, he'll have to do his fair share, is telling. You're not home to make the messes, but you're supposed to work that much and come home to clean up after him just because he wants to save money while he gets to sit on his ass? People like your husband always reinforce my decision to stay single, not the asshole.
I like that.
Oh,
no,
man.
100%.
That's funny. Yeah. Asshole.
Yeah. All right. Moving along.
Back to you.
Okay. This one was posted this morning. Well,
Ooh.
I guess yesterday. But it was sent to us by one of our followers this morning. And I'm very excited to read it.
Where's it coming from?
Relationship advice.
Oh, okay.
I, male 37, can often smell my girlfriend's, female 35, butt during sex and doggy. It's been raised, but the situation remains the same. What am I to make of this? That's just the title.
Oh my God.
My girlfriend and I have been together for over a decade, but this has always been a problem.
Oh.
If we have sex and I'm behind her, then I can smell her ass. It basically smells like she's been in the toilet at some point and hasn't cleaned herself very well. There's nothing to see, it's just the smell. But it's unmissable and present without my face being anywhere near it. It's rare that this isn't the case. When it happens, it takes me completely out of the moment. It actively upsets me, to be honest, but I play it down generally because I love her. I don't want to upset her, and I do want a sexual connection with her. That much said, the matter has been raised. On some of these occasions, she's noticed something's up, or I've simply managed to sensitively raise it. Her response has always been good, a little embarrassed, naturally, but acceptance and willingness to go and clean herself to some degree there and then. But in the long term, the issue just doesn't change. It's like she doesn't gather that. Even though this has come up multiple times, there's a trend here. She doesn't have generally bad personal hygiene. Other parts of her body don't smell, and she's not generally stinky or anything. However, she's not a daily shower person, and I'm sure that has at least something to do with the issue. She showers every 2 to 3 days. I can only imagine that she's not cleaning herself well in between. I shower daily, and I'm quite conscious of my own personal hygiene. At this stage, I'm really just unsure what to either make of this or what to do about it. We've both had numerous previous partners. Presumably none of her prior sexual partners have ever raised it. Is this my problem? I've never experienced this with any other woman, but it is actually quite normal.
What the fuck, Luna?
Luna. I'm sure they could hear that, right?
Oh, yeah. Meow.
Luna is here. She's made her presence known.
Yeah. Luna, we try to put you on the shelf and you just get down every time. What are you staring at me meowing for? Come here.
She just wants pets.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Okay, moving. I'll just continue.
Back to the story.
Okay. Is this my problem? I've never experienced this with any other woman, but is it actually quite normal? If not, then how do I even approach this now at this stage? When we first got together, I expressed some discomfort at her only showering every few days, and that didn't go well. I have no idea how to speak to her about how she needs to do a better job of cleaning her butt as part of her everyday hygiene routine.
10 years is a long time.
That's a long freaking time.
That's, how do you bring that up now? That's so long.
Well, I don't know. I would.
You have to.
We've been together for 6.5 years. If something bothers me, I'm telling you.
True.
I don't feel any shame in telling you.
But
and I don't think you should feel shame in telling.
What if I keep doing it and I'm conscious, I'm conscious about self-conscious?
If you're self-conscious of it, do something about it. Shower more. I don't feel any empathy or sympathy towards her. That's disgusting.
But the one thing that gets me is he says that like there's nothing visually there. He says at one point that like when it's doggy, he's like there's nothing to see.
But still it doesn't.
So then where's the
doesn't matter.
Where's the smell coming from?
I think it's still like it doesn't need to be clumps of poo. Like I think there can still be a lingering smell if you're not cleaning it properly.
Well, you definitely need to shower more often.
2 to 3 days.
Like
That's disgusting.
There's nothing wrong with showering every other day. But like if you're consistently going like every 3 days and stuff.
No, I disagree. We shower every day.
We do.
That's disgusting.
But I've gone like 2 days, like a day without showering. Like,
okay, maybe like once every couple months you do that. But like
definitely done 3 days for sure.
That's gross.
It's been a while.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I think I have a solution though.
What?
Okay, like she should shower more often. That could probably be like just shower every day, and that would probably like solve this. But babe, can you please just shower? Just encourage her to shower with you. You shower every day. Get her in the shower there with you.
Yeah,
and
that's weird. It's weird that she doesn't want to.
Watch her. See if she scrub her own. No. I'm serious. Does she scrub her butt? Maybe every time she showers, she never even scrubs her butt. Like you have to.
Oh my God.
You have to clean everything. Some people don't clean their private parts when they're in the shower.
That's disgusting.
I don't know. I remember reading a story one time where it was about the girlfriend with the guy. And the guy says, no, the soap, as it runs down my body, it washes it.
Oh my God. People are fucking wild. Are you serious?
Yeah. But I think a problem that could solve a solution for this, buy a toilet with a bidet.
A bidet, yes. A few of the comments say that. A bidet.
Get a bidet. And then she has to clean it every single time.
Yeah, like,
and then throw the toilet paper out, so that's the only way she can clean it.
But come on, like he needs to say something to her.
You do need to. You need to.
That's not something he can just let slide. Like
it's been 10 years. Probably not gonna break up with you. Stop beating around the bush and get direct message in there. Get the point across that this can't continue and that it's a turnoff. Nobody wants to get like most people. You tell somebody they do something that's a turnoff, they don't want to continue to do it.
Yeah, oh my God. Top comment. A decade of smelling rank ass is insane to me.
Yeah, I don't know how you can deal with that for 10 years. That's a long time.
That's fucked.
That's too long.
So crazy.
This dude's probably like, I want missionary every time.
Oh my God. Does he never go down on her? Like, ew.
I'd be scared.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You need to shower every day. Come on. Come on. You're 35.
At least every other day.
Babe. Don't be disgusting. Come on.
No, I'm saying at least every other day.
Oh my God.
Like with a couple consistent days in a row. Like if you miss a day, no big deal. But don't be consistently every 3 days. I'll take a shower. And when you do shower, scrub your butt.
Ugh. So gross. This one was disgusting. You're concerning me.
I'm concerning what? I'm just saying there's like you don't have to shower every single day.
I think you do.
No, I don't think you do.
Yes. What are you Googling? Come on.
There's no one size fits all to this question. Many doctors say a daily shower is fine for most people. More than that could start to cause skin problems, but for many people, 2 to 3 times a week is enough and may be even better to maintain good health.
What? No.
Yep, suck it. You're wrong.
No, that's disgusting. Oh my God, if you're don't listen to that, please. Please shower every day. That's disgusting.
Well, you shouldn't say that because you're not a doctor. You don't know. Actually, showering too much takes the natural oils out of your skin and could lead to skin problems.
Okay. once a day is not going to lead to skin problems. They're saying if you shower more than once a day.
Well, that depends on your body. Somebody with more sensitive skin and not as much oil producing in their skin could actually be affected by showering more than once a day or more.
Okay, then get a bidet if that's you. Get a freaking bidet. Do something about it.
He should get a bidet because it's been 10 years. I don't think she's changing her shower habits now.
Oh, disgusting.
Yeah.
Get out me swamp. That reminds me of Shrek.
What? Okay.
Okay, let's move along.
That was a wild one. Thank you to our ThreadTalk supporter for sending us that.
Yes.
Fan, supporter, groupie. I don't know.
Groupie?
I don't know what to call it. Moving along.
Yes.
This one is coming from Am I Wrong? My wife asked me how much I have in my savings account. So my wife, 36 female, today asked me how much I have in my savings account. We have been together for 6 years and married for one of those years in May. We don't share bank accounts. Her money is hers and mine is mine. We are sitting cooking dinner in the air fryer when she just out of the blue asks, how much do you have in your savings account? For me, it's not any of her business, and I told her that. Now, she is upset that she wanted me to take out money to go to the casino, and I said no because I budget and don't touch savings. Am I wrong for not telling her how much I have in my savings?
You're married.
Right?
I think that's really weird.
Very weird.
I think you should definitely be financially transparent with your wife.
If you're not joined, you should at least be transparent.
Yeah.
That's not fair to her to not know what your situation is. Regardless if that she wants to spend the money to go to the casino. She just wants to know if you're good. If you have a little, she wants to go gamble a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. But the fact that you told her it's none of her business, that's... Are you serious, bro?
How is this the first time that this has come up?
Yeah.
How are you getting married to someone?
Been married for a year.
That you don't know where they are financially?
Yeah. What if they have $150,000 worth of debt?
Do you guys not talk about your future goals? Your
and ambitions? And guess what? When you get married, your spouse's debt becomes your debt.
Yep.
So.
That's so weird. I think that's super weird.
I think it's super weird too.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments if that's not weird.
How many people married don't share their finances? I would love to know that.
I think a very small percentage.
Should we throw up a poll on Instagram after we post this episode and can people let us know? Top comment. Honestly, it would be super strange to me to be married to someone who isn't even comfortable telling me how much they have in their savings account.
Yeah.
You're definitely not wrong for not wanting to take out money to go to the casino though. Well, yeah. But on the first point,
that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to take out your money to go to the casino. And there's nothing wrong of your wife asking you, hey, do you have a little extra money so that we can go have some fun, have a fun night gambling?
I think no one's wrong
$200
for that. But
the red flag is that you're not comfortable sharing your financials with your wife.
Yeah, that's super sketchy.
Super sketchy. There's an update.
Oh.
I haven't had the chance to read all the comments. I've skinned some of them and ended up showing her how much I had in my savings. She is not a gambling addict and has not spent all of her money on gambling. Last week, we were planning to go to the casino and she said, hey, you should take out X amount from your savings so we can play with a little more money. I did tell her no and that I didn't want to touch my savings. And then yesterday, out of the blue, she asked, well, how much do you have in your savings account? No, we are not addicted to gambling. Everyone else spends money on concerts, traveling, sports events, trips, etc. This is our fun. We set aside money for it and then we go when we have a certain amount.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it sounds like she asked if they could up their gambling budget.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want to touch my savings.
And then it led to another question.
And then she was like, well, how much do you have in your savings?
Yeah.
Do you not have enough in your savings?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
But how is this the first time this has come up?
I agree. I feel like money should be known before you even get married or anything.
Before you get engaged.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would find it super weird to not talk about it.
Yeah, we have our own accounts. We have a joint account for our bills, but we are very transparent.
100%.
It's not like I show you my records every month and we cross our records and everything, but it's if a question is asked, it's oh yeah, well, that number's this.
Yeah, I think we're both very aware of each other's financial position. So It's odd. Like, are you not talking about like buying a house, like major financial decisions together? Like,
right?
I don't get it.
What weird.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Back to you.
Am I the asshole for not inviting my neighbors to our daughter's birthday party and then awkwardly kicking them out? Hi. Yesterday was my daughter's 8th birthday and we did a princess-themed party. The only people invited were family and friends. My relationship with my neighbors is meh. We wave if we see them, but otherwise we don't talk to each other or anything really. During my daughter's birthday party, held in our yard that is semi-fenced, I started to bring out the cupcakes for the kids. When handing them out, I noticed that 2 kids were definitely not invited because they weren't my nieces or nephews or family friend. I then realized they were my neighbor's kids. I paused handing out cupcakes to ask why they were here, and one of the kids just shrugged and said, "My mommy said I can go." I told them it was inappropriate to just come here. My husband escorted them back to their parents' house. All the neighbors' houses are decently spaced out, so it's not necessarily dangerous, but we felt if someone walked with the kids, it would be better. Later on, I think after we did the whole cake cutting, our neighbors approached us again. This time, it was both parents and the kids. I asked what they were doing, and they looked confused, saying they were joining the party. I was a little agitated now and sternly said they were not invited, that this was a birthday party for my daughter and my family and friends were invited. It was awkward as they left and the kids kept whining as they did. The next day, today, I got a handwritten letter in my mailbox about how I treated the neighbors rudely, and it's expected to share community events. Was I too rude/harsh?
Are these people serious? Like, do you have no social awareness? Like, you weren't invited, and just because they're your neighbor, you think you can go? I live beside Chuck E. Cheese. I see they're having a birthday party. I'm going to go in there and join that birthday party.
Can you imagine?
Buddy, like, it's one thing, like, clearly that your kids aren't friends with my kids. Because if your kids were friends with my kids, their friends were invited.
Yeah.
And their kids didn't want their fucking neighbors there because they don't know your kids.
Yeah.
So you lack social awareness. Like, if you were invited, like, what? Who does that?
The best is that they said that they should share community events. This is not a community event, bro.
No.
This is far from a community event.
I'm gonna fucking watch your house. Next time I see you having a barbecue, buddy, you better have a fucking couple steaks on the grill for me.
Exactly. Budget for more food for me.
Yeah. That's insane. The fact that first they threw their kids over there and the kids just came in.
Yeah, go. You guys can join.
Where the fuck are these random kids? First off, I'm not taking responsibility for watching your kids in case something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't even ask for permission. You just sent your kids over there. Like, that's fucked up.
Yep.
And then you came back over and being like, our kids should be allowed in. Like, we already sent your kids home.
Yeah.
And they weren't. And you think you coming over is now going to be accepting?
Insane.
So your lack of awareness is...
There's a theme.
There is a theme.
Yeah.
Are these people serious?
Yeah. Top comment. So your entitled neighbors regard a private party as a community event. Fortunately, you are not obligated to share their delusions. Not the asshole, but you should probably put up security cameras. And a note in their mailbox explaining the difference between community events and private parties would be entirely appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Security cameras are definitely going up. I'd be walking over. I'd be like checking them out, seeing what time they go to work in the morning and stuff. And then one day I'd be walking over the same time they're getting in the car and they hit the unlock button, hop in the passenger seat. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm going to work.
Can we carpool?
Isn't this a community event? Can we carpool?
Yeah. Community carpool, no?
Yeah. Outrageous.
It's so shocking that like people like this exist. That's
actually, I love it.
Yes. Gives us content. Oh my God. Please continue to do stupid shit out there.
Yes, please and thank you. And when people do stupid shit out there, put it onto the ThreadTalk podcast. I just, before I get into my next story, I want to give a shout out to Good Foods.
Oh, yes.
Good Foods is the sponsor for this episode. Thank you for Good Foods for sponsoring this episode. I love Good Foods because They give you like a meal kit package sent right to your home in a nice little cooled cardboard box. And it's like, not only is it convenient because they give you all the ingredients and it's a faster prep time than normal, but I love it for the fact that we get new and different recipes every week to choose from.
That is the best thing, because for me, it's hard. I love cooking, but it's hard to find recipes and like try different things all the time. So Good Food, like they rotate their menus every week, and they have a lot of cool, fun recipes that I would never think to make.
Yeah.
And they all come with like the perfect serving sizes, spices, everything that you need to cook that meal. So it's very convenient. And most of their recipes are under 30 minutes long. So if you're having a long day at work, like imagine just coming home, like you don't even have to think about what meal you want to make tonight, and everything is already like prepped for you.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to be running around the grocery store figuring like, where are all these ingredients? You don't have to put a spice in your cupboard that you're going to use like once a year because they give you just the round amount of spices and stuff. So you don't have all these like spices stacking up in your cupboard that you don't know when to use and what meal to use it for. Like the other night we had, what was it, that chicken sandwiches with like the apple coleslaw or something.
Yeah. So good. So good.
That was so good.
Like I would never think to make that myself.
I would never. Yeah. We end up just eating like chicken and rice, and like how can we cook this chicken, rice and asparagus is like literally what we eat all the time. And usually when we order it too, we'll order like the 4-meal package for us too, so we have leftovers the next day, and it like goes a little bit farther. But so thank you guys to Good Foods for sponsoring this. If you guys want to support us, please support Good Foods. You can get a free box on us by clicking the link in the description of this episode. So just check out the description. Our link is there for Good Foods, and supporting them, you know, it's good for you. You guys get a discount for the new box, and it, you know, supports us a little bit when you guys do that. So please check out our Good Food link in the description, and we appreciate your support. Moving on to the next story, next episode, next story. Yeah, we're on the same episode. Next story. Am I the asshole because I was upset that my fiance got a private dance from multiple half-naked strippers? No. So for context, me, female, 24, and my fiance, Randall, male, 25, have been together for 4 years. We met in an auto garage where he currently works, and my dad works there also. So when I needed my car fixing, I went to the garage, and well, Randall fixed it instead. He proposed to me about 1 year ago, and we get married in a few weeks from now. Him and his friends from the garage, they are all dicks by the way, went out for an early bachelor party because we thought it would be more convenient than straight before we get married. I had my bachelorette party on the same night. Randall came home after it had finished with the guys and woke up our daughter, female too, so instantly I was upset. Don't get me wrong, I am nowhere near a boring person, and I love that they had fun, but waking up our daughter who struggles with sleep anyways really annoyed me. He apologized and kept it down afterwards. That was only the start of the problems. He got into bed with me and asked questions about how my party went, so I told him everything about it and how fun it was. He proceeded to ask me why I was drinking around our daughter, so I assumed he thought she was with us all night. He was too drunk to remember him asking my mom himself if she could look after her while we went out. She wasn't, but she came home early because I came home early too. I was drunk but extremely stable enough to take care of her, and Randall knows I can handle my drink very well. This part is going to sound a bit silly. He said I'm going to turn her into a drunk when she's older because I'm breathing my alcoholic fumes around her. I admit I did giggle a bit when he said that, but I put it down to him being drunk, and he fell asleep not long after, so did I. The next morning, he let it slip to me that he had a private dance with a girl in a strip club with no shirt on. I know a lot of people go to strip clubs before they get married in the movies, but I didn't expect it to be a real life thing because, well, if you're marrying someone, you would want to be faithful to them, right? I didn't get mad. I just asked if he enjoyed it, and he said, and I quote, "Yeah, I did, and Mark got more girls to dance on me afterwards." I'm not an angry person, so I didn't want to say how I truly felt towards the matter, but I basically had some of his stuff packed when he came home from work and told him to give me a week to think about things. He was confused and apologized, but I didn't think it was enough. He accused me of a lot of things the night before, more than I've already wrote, and it upset me, but this thing pushed me over the edge just a little bit. The most confusing thing is, He's not like that usually, but the more he's around his friends, the more he turns into them, and his friends really are the worst people I've ever come across. Am I the asshole for sending him away?
No, I don't think so. I think strippers is a topic that partners need to have together.
I agree.
Conversation that you need to have prior to any kind of bachelor or bachelorette party, because yes, some partners do support you in having that experience, which is totally fine, but you have to assess their comfort level and you have to discuss it before. There has to be boundaries in place before going to these things, and whether you are okay or not okay with it, he should not have assumed that you would have been.
Yeah. I feel like it is a thing that's more for the movies and not real life, where people go to strip clubs for their bachelor parties. That's just like a movies thing.
I don't know. I think a lot of people do, actually.
Yeah, that's this dude can't be serious, can he?
No, I think like for you to assume your partner is going to be okay with this is like outrageous. You can't assume that that's going to be okay. That is, in my mind, I know some people won't agree with me. In my mind, that is a form of cheating. And I would not be okay with that.
Well, I don't see it as cheating, but I agree with you that it's not acceptable.
I think it's cheating.
I know your boundary. And I respect
and we have communicated this before.
We have.
I think that is the important part. Like
I respect that.
You can't marry someone that you don't have like boundaries with. Like, I don't know. How are these conversations like only being had like after the fact? Like, I don't know. So many like
is our relationship not normal? Is our relationship like above and beyond? Like, I don't understand.
I feel like we talk about everything together.
Right? Like you're my best friend. There's an edit.
Okay.
People are forgetting the fact that he insulted me. ? I've been saying that I'm not bothered that he went to the strip club, but you can watch and not get women dancing on you, correct? And still have a good time? Jesus.
Yes.
Also, loving how it's only the men saying that I'm the asshole, because they have no respect for women, clearly.
That's it.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, I wouldn't even be okay if you, like, okay. I don't know. I think I would be fine if you went to a male strip club for your bachelorette party.
I think, like...
I wouldn't love it.
Yeah, I wouldn't love it either. But if it was something that like you really wanted to do, I don't know. I think like...
I've never been to a strip club.
Yeah.
And neither have you.
Yeah.
And I feel like we both said like we're down to go to a strip club. Together.
Yes. Which I think could be fun.
Yeah. But it's like even when we were in Vegas, when we went to Vegas, it was like we were down to go to a strip club that night. But there's no strip clubs on the strip where we were. So I'm like, okay, we're not going out of our way to go find a grungy strip club to go into. But like if we're walking down someplace we're exploring for the night and like after dinner or whatever, and we see a strip club, it's like, hey, you want to go in there and get a drink? Okay, sure, why not? Yeah. But like we've never had that. We've never just been like walking by. I feel like it's like if we have time, we're just looking to entertain ourselves and we're walking by, cool. But I'm not going out of my way to go find a strip club.
Yeah.
I've never found that appealing anyway.
Yeah.
Why do I want to waste my money?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a top comment. You fucked up, Randall. Doesn't matter that you don't think it's cheating. Ellie clearly does.
Yeah.
You're an adult. You can say no to your friends. Do you honestly think she would be okay with it when it's happening? Ellie, girl, you got to work on your communication skills. You can't just shut down like that. Overall, please don't get married. If this is real, you guys sound like you hate each other.
I don't want to go that far. I don't think they hate each other, but I'm not getting that vibe. But I do agree, like she shouldn't just kind of like hold back her feelings. Like you definitely need to communicate, and like in order for your marriage to be successful, like you need to communicate. If something's bothering you, like you need to tell your partner.
She does reply to that comment.
Okay.
And she says, "It is real, sadly, but we are fine. We communicated for a good hour maybe, and we decided not to get married. Going to work on other things instead."
Interesting.
I cannot imagine a relationship continuing after you're engaged, you have a wedding set, and then you decide that you're not going to get married and you're still working on things. That's tough.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like myself in this position. If you did this, would I call off the wedding? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like,
I don't think I would. Like, if I found out for your bachelorette trip that your friends surprised you and took you to, I feel like there's a difference. Okay,
because we've
if
talked
you
about
planned it.
Okay.
If you planned it and I was like, I don't really want you doing that, and then you still did it and you planned it and you made it happen, you did all that stuff, I'd be upset. Now, if your girls are planning your bachelorette trip and then they take you to a strip club, male strip club and stuff like that, that's a little bit different.
I still think no. I don't think it's different because you are, like the comment said, you're an adult. You can say no. You can say no to your friends. Like, especially in our situation, we've had the conversation before, so we know where each other's boundary is. So I think it would be more disrespectful to go ahead with that, knowing like my partner isn't okay with that.
Yeah. I also think it's a red flag when like you don't like any of your partner's friends. When you think all of your partner's friends are douchebags.
Yeah.
It's like, well, your partner is friends with them.
Yeah.
So he's like that too.
Exactly.
He's not showing you that side.
Yeah.
But if your partner's friends with a bunch of people who are assholes and pieces of shit.
Yeah. They will act.
They're going to act the same when they're together. So he's being not acting the same when he's around you.
Or maybe you're just like love blind, or like, what's it called? Like blind to love. I don't know.
With your friends?
No, with him.
Like she's blind to love.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, that's what I mean. Like you're not recognizing that he's a dick too. If all of his friends are dicks, he's a dick too. 100%. And you're not recognizing it.
Yeah, I did think that too. Because you can't be friends with friends with a group of people who like are different than you. Like I feel like you tend to like mold into like their personalities. Like you tend to like have the same outlooks on life, like same
because if you
values.
don't, you wouldn't want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're constantly like can't have a conversation with them, like I've grown apart from a lot of my high school friends because like it got to the point where it's like I'm not into this.
Yeah.
I can't have a conversation here. All you want to do is get blackout fucking drunk every weekend when I see you. So it's like, this is not what I want to be a part of
anymore.
We're not aligned. I stopped showing up to things.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel the same. Yeah.
All right. Back over to you.
All right. That was a good one. Am I the asshole for ignoring my husband during our flight when he expressed anxiety over flying? I, 33 female, recently married my husband, 30 male, and we took a 3-hour flight to Mexico for our honeymoon. I fly a lot for my job, so I have racked up a lot of miles. My husband isn't a big fan of flying, though he has gotten better and tends to just hold my hand and close his eyes during takeoff and landing. Mostly okay when in the air. When I booked our flight, I requested to use my points if an upgrade to business class became available, but made it clear I only wanted this upgrade if 2 seats became available, and then basically forgot about it. Then comes the day of our flight. I was so excited for this trip. I checked us in online, all is going well, and then when we get to board, the person scanning our boarding pass stops us. She says it seems that my husband was upgraded to business class, but only him, and asks if that is okay. I immediately say no. We are on our honeymoon and would like to stay together. But then my husband jumps in and says, "No, it's fine. I'll go to business class." I look at him in complete shock, and he tells me that I fly all the time and have been in business class before, but he hasn't, so he deserves a chance to experience it. I see we are holding up the line, so I feel like I need to agree and get on the plane. To say I'm pissed off is an understatement. He is all smiles, taking his seat, and I go back to my seat, where they sit me next to an old woman with a baby on her lap, where my husband should be sitting. Within maybe 5 to 10 minutes of sitting there, trying to hold back tears because my husband left me alone on our flight during our honeymoon and uses my points for his upgrade nonetheless, he starts to text me saying he feels anxiety over flying. I ignore the text and stop looking at my phone. Within maybe an hour after we are in the air, he comes to the back of the plane to find me, offers me half of his business class breakfast, and asks why I was ignoring him. That he was scared and needed me to tell him it'd be okay, since I am such an experienced flyer. I told him maybe he should have thought of that before leaving me alone before our honeymoon even really began. He gets angry, tells me that this may be the only time he gets to fly business class, and he was giving me half his breakfast to make up for it, so I could at least be supportive of his genuine fear. I roll my eyes, sarcastically saying, thanks, and he goes back up to his seat. When we landed, I tried to just move on and forget about it so that we could just enjoy our honeymoon, but he guilt-tripped me about not comforting him via text before taking off, and now I'm wondering if I'm being unreasonable and should have just let him enjoy his time in business class and assure him it'd be okay. So, am I the asshole?
Is this guy serious? It's your honeymoon. Who leaves your partner to go back to the economy? Regardless, guy, girl, doesn't matter. Like, you travel together. I don't know. Yeah, he's the asshole.
Yeah.
And then, like, guilt tripping her and, like, your anxiety and shit. Buddy, if you had anxiety, don't separate from her.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, he's definitely an asshole. But the question is, am I an asshole for not comforting him with his anxiety?
No.
I think no.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. 100%. Like, if that's... He knew he was going to have anxiety, but he was so quick to say, yeah, I want the business class.
Upgrade. Oh, never going to get it in my life. Chill the fuck out.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, buddy. If you were so concerned about flying, you should have stayed with your wife.
I have a question for you.
What?
Would you leave me?
Not on our honeymoon.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like the difference is I would probably be like, I would tell you to leave me.
And I would tell you to leave me too, I feel. I think...
I would say go enjoy it.
Yeah, I would say the same. But not for our honeymoon.
No.
I think it's different.
I feel like we'd want to be together for honeymoon.
100%.
Like when we're just traveling like to Cali and stuff like that, it is. But for honeymoon, yeah, no. I think we'd want to stay together.
Yeah. Like we've been cheap before. We haven't booked seats together. Yeah. So we've had to sit separately before.
It only, like it worked out almost every time. I think it was like the one flight that was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We didn't get to sit beside each other.
Yeah. But we both got lucky because we both got aisle or window seats. So we just asked the middle person if they want to switch and get an aisle or a window.
Yeah.
And they say yes.
And then I go farther up front.
Yeah, I think if either of us gets the opportunity to get upgraded, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I would have a problem with it for our honeymoon. Especially, she said no. And he was like, no, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. Like, come on, buddy.
You're a dick.
Yeah, he was being a dick.
And then he just won't stop.
Yeah, I know. Now he's like guilt tripping her.
Come on. Your anxiety is not her problem.
It would be if you didn't say yes.
No, it's still not her problem.
Okay, I think you should be sympathetic and comfort your partner.
Yeah, but it's not her problem.
I think, like, it wouldn't be an argument if he didn't do the upgrade.
Exactly. So it's not her problem.
Yes. Yeah. Top comment. Info. Did you get stuck with the middle seat in economy? If so, we ride at dawn. OP replies, thank God no. Aisle seat. We have flown together 3 times together in the past, Florida, Vegas, and Europe, and made a deal to alternate if one of us has middle seat. I think the flight was overbooked and they had just gave a random person a middle seat and upgrade to business so that they could fit more people in economy. I have status that allows me to use 500 points to upgrade if the seats are available. Usually I don't bother putting myself on the upgrade list, but the agent I spoke to on the phone said she could ensure we'd be upgraded as a couple or not at all.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Someone else replies, well then I'm putting my pitchfork away but side-eyeing your husband, not the asshole. Yeah, that would have been way worse.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I always volunteer to take the middle. We don't need you beside some stranger.
You haven't always.
You don't think so? No. I feel like it.
You literally fought me for the window seat, bro.
Maybe I have then.
Yeah, you have.
Well, you had the window the last time.
No, and that's fair. I don't think I should have the window all the time because I'm the woman. Like, I think it should be 50-50.
I think sometimes I've given it to you.
Yes, I know. Sometimes you're a gentleman, but
sometimes I open the door.
Sometimes. Wait, should we tell them what you thought about the other day?
What?
About letting them.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so I was high. Like I had smoked that day. Yeah. And Teresa and I were coming back into our condo, and this thought just came to me. Because we've been raised that men should open the door and allow the women to go through first. And then there's always been like the talks of like, I don't know, like man versus women and stuff. Like the man is always like, you know, has certain rules and like roles, like that we have men and gender roles and stuff. And it just came to me that I was just like, well, what if because men are kind of pieces of shit. Like men kind of suck. Men kind of suck. Facts. So I was like, what if the whole thing of like letting the women go first through the door and the man goes second wasn't done as like a polite courtesy thing to the woman? What if it was done to like, if anything bad's gonna happen on the other side with any booby traps or anything, the woman's gonna take it and the guy will be okay at the back. I had this kind of like Indiana Jones thought process going on of like going through going through like the house with like booby traps and stuff. It was like, what if the
no, please, you go first.
Yeah, please, you go first. And then that first person gets fucked up. And I was so high. And I was like crying. And I was like, babe, what if this is the reason that women have to go first? It's not a polite thing. Men just suck so bad. We're going to sacrifice you in case there's like something like a burglar or like somebody bad on the other side.
Denver's high thoughts are so funny.
They are. They get creative.
Oh my God. Yeah, I thought that was good. I was like, yeah, either that or they just want to look at women's ass because they don't really do anything selfless.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
I know. Oh
I know you were literally crying.
Oh, I'm crying.
It's funny.
Okay. I'm moving along.
Yeah, the overall vote is not enough info. Poo mode.
Not enough info for her portion. I would say he's an asshole.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that wasn't the question, but he was an asshole.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's move along.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for kicking out my pregnant fiancée because she screamed in my face when I was sleeping?
Oh.
My fiancée and I have been together for 6 years, and she is currently 5.5 months pregnant with our daughter. 4 weeks ago, I was promoted, and this meant a complete job shift. I'm doing a lot heavier physical labor now, and due to this, my sleeping patterns have been royally fucked up. I've started tossing and turning in my sleep, talking, snoring, and groping her, and being completely unaware of it, and just being all around restless. I understand this is a me issue and that I need to find a way to correct it, but I haven't found alternatives so far. Sleeping pills help with the snoring and groping, and I still flail around apparently, and it leaves me groggy the next day, leading to an unsafe work environment. So I tend not to take them unless I don't work the next day. Well, several times I've woken up to my fiancée sleeping on the couch and her being over the top pissed at me because she's fucking sick of me causing her sleepless nights. I've slept on the couch a few times to try and give her space, but I can't do that too often because the couch is extremely hard on my back and it leaves me in physical pain. Mix in with the manual labor I work and it fucking sucks. Well, last night I apparently kept elbowing her in my sleep. We have a king-size bed, but I guess I kept rolling over to her side and elbowing her in the process. I did wake up once to her physically pushing me, so I moved back to my side, but fell back into a deep sleep almost immediately following. That is until I woke up to her screaming in my face saying, "Stop elbowing me in the fucking face!" and being called a fucking prick. Her screaming in my face like that immediately triggered something in me, and I told her to get the fuck out. As soon as she left, I felt terrible. I assumed she was just out in the car while I sat and waited for her to return. I fell asleep. Woke up to my alarm at 6:30 a.m. and found her still gone. I texted her and got no response. Spent the entire day at work texting and calling, and she ignored me. Well, in a panic, I started blowing up her phone 30 minutes ago. Calls right back to back and texting her, asking her to please meet me back at this house so we can talk about this. She just texted back and saying, "Not a fucking chance in hell, actually. Go fuck yourself." My buddy said that she's overreacting because she's pregnant, but I can't help feel guilty. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. I hope you agree with me.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Like, you're fucking causing the sleep problem. She's pregnant, and you just kicked her out?
100%.
Buddy, you wake up to her screaming in your face, you say sorry, you go sleep on the couch.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck how your back is, bro.
She's the pregnant one.
She's the pregnant one. She's got back issues, too.
Literally, fuck your back. Like, that pissed me off.
Even if she's not pregnant. You're the one hitting her in the face.
Yeah. You're the one causing the issues, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there are like alternatives that you can find. Like, this is like a fixable issue that like it doesn't seem like you want to fix.
No, you're not trying very hard.
You're not trying hard. You're not trying hard enough. She's 5.5 months pregnant, and you're just wait. I need to work tomorrow. My body hurts. Imagine how her body feels.
Exactly.
She's literally carrying a child in her.
Yep.
Like, imagine how her back feels.
Mm-hmm. Lots of solutions.
This like
you have a king size bed.
Yeah.
Downsize to like 2 doubles or something so you can get your sleep. I don't understand how you having to do more physical labor is giving you like worse sleep, because I don't know, for me, if I do like a hard labor for the day,
you're out.
I'm fucking passed out. My body doesn't want to move in my sleep. It's moving too much while I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm fucking out. Whatever. He's like, this dude's tossing and turning in his sleep.
Yeah. Even if this girl wasn't pregnant, like I felt the rage.
Yeah,
for her.
even if she wasn't pregnant. Like, bro, you're elbowing her in the face and stuff.
I would lose my mind.
I've done some weird stuff while we're sleeping.
You talk in your sleep. You fucking grab me too sometimes. I'm like, get the fuck off.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
Yeah. I've slightly grope you a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's not the time. I'm
like,
fucking sleeping.
Fucking goodbye. Don't wake me up again. I get so mad if Denver wakes me up.
No, Teresa, there's 2 areas of life where Teresa
you've said this
extremely angry. I don't know. But we've had a lot of new, Spotify followers. Spotify's been blowing up. We got new followers. Teresa gets extremely angry when she's anywhere near like tired or anything like that. Like if it's time to go to bed and she's in bed and like the cat meows or like if I twitch, sometimes I can't go to sleep and she's trying to sleep and I'll like kind of like move my feet a little bit.
No.
Or I twitch.
Full body twitch in the middle of the night. Like,
I do that.
But it's like, I don't know what it is. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just like, if you're in a deep sleep and it's like 3 a.m., you will twitch every 10 seconds. I'm not exaggerating. It's like, it's on a fucking cycle. But you're like twitching.
I also know that I twitch right like as I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, that's normal. Everyone does that.
Oh, okay.
That's like you have a dream of like you're falling or whatever. And then like you like wake up, twitch. But no, this is like in your sleep, you're twitching every 10 seconds. And I'm like,
like you have this unbelievable rage. Like anything wakes you up in the middle of the night and it's still dark out, raging. Like Luna meows, rage. The fire alarm goes off, rage.
No.
Okay, well I hate the fire alarm. I rage on the fire alarm because it doesn't shut up. But like the other night there was noise coming from like the like a cop car or an ambulance or something at 1 a.m.
That was you.
You were raging too.
No. That was
okay.
All
Well,
you,
there's
buddy.
other things you rage too. You rage at me for things that happen.
Yes. You and Luna mostly.
Yeah. Like if
you and Luna wake me up
go to bed so early and I'll be like scrolling on my phone and then like I'll like twitch or something, like move my foot. Or like if my foot rubs against your foot, fucking
if you
raging.
Tickle me, yeah.
Well, sorry you get so ticklish. Me. Or when I throw your ponytail, so it's because I sleep on the same pillow. I always big spoon you and I throw your ponytail up and it'll slightly hit your forehead or your eyeball or something.
It'll slap me in the face, bro.
Raging. Raging.
Honestly, for good reason.
And then you also rage when you get hungry.
Yes.
You're like the epitome of the Snickers commercial for hangry. That's Teresa.
Yeah. So I feel for this woman.
I feel for her too. This guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Figure your own shit out. Top comment, you have a serious problem to figure out.
Yeah.
Go seek professional help. I don't think Reddit can solve all of these obvious issues.
Yep.
Edit to add. I did apologize. She said it wasn't good enough because her reaction was more justified than mine. Apparently, I elbowed her in the face 5 times over a 2-hour span and pushed her off the bed twice, and she was done with it because she woke up several times and I just kept doing it. 2 separate beds isn't an option currently due to lack of space, but she said she won't be coming back anytime soon, if ever, because she'd been sleeping almost 2 hours a night because of my issues, and she's tired of dealing with it.
No. Oh my God.
I got a solution for you, bud.
Just get 2 single beds.
No.
Oh.
Don't take the king bed away from her. Buy a fucking air mattress and sleep on that on the floor.
I like it. I like the way you think.
You have a hallway. I don't care what you fucking live in. You can get a single person air mattress and that will go on the floor somewhere.
Yeah.
Push the couch into the table if you need to. It will fit regardless of what your living situation is.
Agreed. Yeah.
He's a dick.
Yep.
You're the asshole, buddy. You're the fucking asshole.
Yeah. All right. Moving along. Okay. This one comes from wedding shaming. Announcing how much money every guest gave over the microphone at the reception.
What?
Note that this is not from the US or UK. Bride and groom do all the planning, including bachelor/bachelorette parties. There are no bridesmaids in traditional sense. Several years ago, I agreed to be maid of honor to a friend. Realistically, I shouldn't have agreed to it, but I was young, shy, and a pushover, and she shouldn't have asked me because she had other friends that were closer to her whole life, whereas we were friends for a year at that point, but didn't ask them because she always had drama with them. I said yes to being maid of honor, but up until the last time I attended any wedding was when I was 7 years old, so I knew nothing about it. So I asked her what help she would need from me and if there's anything I have to do. And I kid you not, she just said, "You are not important here," and just left it at that. So I checked with my sister to make sure I don't miss out on anything I have to do. Apparently, my only obligation is to buy a cake for the ceremony. A week before their joint bachelor/bachelorette party, she complained about how the best man told him he won't be able to give them a big amount of money as a gift because times were tough for him. And she had the audacity to complain and say, "Can you imagine? He has a great job and he is being so cheap." He wasn't cheap. A best man is supposed to pay for the priest for the ceremony, and he couldn't pay it in full. Naturally, I felt bad because I came from a family that always struggled with money, and I was moving for college, so money wasn't extra tight. And I knew I could only give her maybe like half of what the best man could. So the party passes, and she tells me that I have to get my makeup done at her place by the same makeup artist as she and her sister are. We managed to get the times right so I could go in first, get my makeup done, get my uncle to drive me across town to get my hair done, and then pick up the cake and deliver it to the venue. The day of the wedding comes. It's 10 a.m., and the makeup artist is late more than 2 hours, which at that point I know I have to go to my hair appointment because there's no way of knowing when the makeup artist would show up. I do all that I need to do and head back to her place because pre-ceremony is always held at the bride's place. And she yells at me in front of everyone, telling me I'm supposed to be with her the whole morning. Which, by the way, no, a maid of honor is never getting ready with the bride. And I tell her, how was I supposed to get hair, makeup, and the cake delivered if I was supposed to be by her side the whole time? And she just ignored me. Come the reception. So I don't drink. Ever. But at the beginning of the reception, the whole bridal party is supposed to dance together and then make a toast with wine. I ask A, let's call him a reception coordinator, if I could get something else because I don't drink. He says no problem. We could do that easily. And later she gets mad at me for that and tells me you better dance the whole night. At that point, I'm tired, hungry, and frustrated. But the best part comes later in the evening. Traditional weddings used to get people to line up before the couple, bring their envelopes of money, give them to the reception coordinator to read on microphone, telling everyone how much money each person gave the couple. And they decided to go that route, even though it hasn't been done in decades. At that point, I began to sweat. I gave less than what a maid of honor should have, and looking back, I was stupid and should have just owned it, but I lied to the coordinator and said to him that I am giving more money than what I actually gave. The couple will know when they open it, but I just didn't want people to give me side eyes at the wedding. The rest of the evening, she complained that people didn't give her that much money she was expecting. At that point, I made up my mind that it was time to go home. It was 3 a.m, I was exhausted, and just wanted to be far away from her. Everyone complained about the public gift announcing they are still married and in love. I am happy for them and not in contact with them since the wedding.
What? Who seriously does that at a wedding?
I've never heard of that before. I didn't know that was a tradition like back in the day.
I'd lie to that guy too. I'm not being put on blast with a fucking microphone in front of everybody. What?
That's so embarrassing.
Bro, especially when like this chick's a bitch. Like what am I supposed to do as a maid of honor? You're not important here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Someone comments Eastern Europe. OP replies, oh yeah, haha. So I think this is like a tradition in somewhere in Eastern Europe, but I've never heard of it, and I think it's ridiculous. And yeah, maybe times were different like decades ago, but you should definitely not be doing this in 2024. No, absolutely not.
Oh my god. Bride was pretty entitled too.
Yeah, she was super
like
entitled.
A nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole thing sounded like a nightmare.
Yeah. Another top comment. She sounds absolutely insufferable. Yikes. OP replies, I just remembered as guests were giving money envelopes, I was standing next to her and giving wedding favors. I think that's what it's called. As she again yelled at me because I was supposed to know that her neighbor is supposed to take 2 to give 1 to the other neighbor that couldn't make it to the wedding. Big yikes indeed.
How is she supposed to know that?
She sounds like a bridezilla.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. That's all.
All right, moving along. I've got one story left.
Okay.
But before we get into it, I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's been supporting us. A lot of new followers on Spotify. I think you guys are coming on board on crazy journey. We are on episode 23. And I can't believe that we have gotten this far.
I agree.
Thank you to everybody on TikTok and Instagram, all the subscribers on YouTube. We're really hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers soon. So please, head over to our YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Helps us out. Smash the like button. That helps us out the most on the YouTube platform. We had one person comment saying that they started listening on Spotify. And
We've had a couple people comment that.
And they heard that it supports us more when you listen on YouTube. So they've switched over to the YouTube. So that helps us. We don't make anything on Spotify. We make a little bit off of YouTube, and that's why. But we also have started YouTube membership as well. And for 99 cents, not only would you be supporting us, but you would also get early access to the episodes. A couple weeks ago, I had an episode out like 6 days early. Mm-hmm. It had like 20 views before it even went live. Those people took good advantage.
You're the real ones.
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining the membership. And literally for 99 cents, not only helping support us, but you're getting early access to everything. So just thanks to everybody supporting us. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. All the members for joining in. And some of you members are probably listening to this early. So thank you guys. You guys are the real ones.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We appreciate all of you.
All the support. All right. Let's get into my last story. Okay. Tried to save a really good one for last. This one is coming from Best of Redditor Updates. It's from 2 years ago.
Okay.
All right. Today I fucked up by leaving a massive order alone with my now ex and her 14 friends.
A massive order?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just need somewhere to vent as literally everyone is saying that I'm a dick for kicking my pregnant ex out over this. To clarify, this is not the first time she's done this, but this time it cost me over $1,000. Also, I'm sorry if this is choppy as I'm seeing red right now. So recently, I got 2 massive orders for pastries for 2 weddings and a few other parties. I had spent 1 week working with my team on the orders as it was about 75 to 100 per item. Well, we finished yesterday and I and the team decided to go to the movies and just relax. Big mistake. My now ex had a party planned without asking me in the home I pay for while she just sits on her butt doing nothing. She's never had a job and just waits for everyone to hand her what she needs. We recently found out she's pregnant a month and a half ago, but she's been using it as an excuse. At first, it was just 1 or 2 of them, but gradually it became more. 1 or 2 turned into 15 to 20, which wasn't an inconvenience as it was only 1 more batch, and I was fine with that. However, yesterday was the last straw. When I went out, she threw a party with 14 of her friends and they got hungry. So they made their way down to the pastry shop and went through nearly everything my team had made. Little backstory, my dad owns the bakery, but it's not too far down from the house, so it wasn't that hard for her to get in. Well, when we came back, we found my ex and 14 of her friends wasted nearly $1,000 of pastries. I nearly lost my shit and started screaming at her, asking what the fuck she was doing and why she thought this was okay. She blamed this on pregnancy cravings and tried to say that she wanted the baby to eat well. But when I asked about her friends, she said they also had cravings. I kicked her out and had to call and explain everything to my customers. Full refunds for both of them, as there was barely anything that could be salvaged.
What? That is so insane. That is so entitled, pregnant or not. I understand pregnancy cravings. I mean, I don't understand because I've never been pregnant, but I can understand and sympathize with pregnant women who have cravings. But okay, maybe if it's like so bad and you like cannot be in the same house, like knowing that there's pastries downstairs, maybe have one.
No, the pastries are not downstairs.
Oh.
The pastries are not too far down from the house. The pastry shop is not connected to the house.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm misunderstanding. That's insane then. Go somewhere else.
There's a
order something. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's Uber Eats, there's freaking DoorDash. Like you can, if you're craving something so badly, like get it delivered to you. Like you don't need to.
Regardless of your cravings, you can't eat something
insane. No,
that's
it's not
a job just because it's your family's bakery
it's
or
not
boyfriend's
excusable.
Bakery or anything like that. You can't just go and eat whatever you want.
Yeah. No. Usually, like, I sympathize with like the pregnancy hormones and all that, but like, there's no excuse for this. That's insane.
Sympathize, but there's no excuse.
Yeah, there's no.
Like
excuse.
it's not just food in the cupboard.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's not eating someone's leftovers when they wanted them.
You just like fucked with his income, and also like the client too. Like they expected these pastries for their event, and now they're left with nothing because of you.
He's gonna get a bad review. He had to pay his staff to make all of that stuff.
Fucked.
Like you did so much damage. That's unacceptable.
No, I would break up over this too, easily.
Update. She ended up calling me on her parents' phone around 7 to 8, screaming at me for posting our private lives for everyone to see. She then proceeded to ask me through crocodile tears if I would press charges on her and her friends for, quote unquote, having fun.
Oh, please.
I replied yes, and as I was about to hang up, she brought up the child, as to which I told her to get a paternity test or it will not be my problem. She then starts trying to manipulate and gaslight me, crying, saying it was just her being hospitable to her friends and that it was rude of me to yell at them and kick them out. She then proceeds to cry about me not caring about her, and I just hung up and blocked her. As of right now, I'm fixing to leave for the PD, police department, and I hope you do come, Maddie. With the evidence I have, you'll be arrested on the spot. Also, I've seen this in the comments a lot, so to clarify, yes, I did use a condom every time. However, a few of them broke. I assume nothing of it as she was on birth control. I feel like this was just planned or she was sleeping around. Either way, I'm still going through with charges. There are too many comments to go through, but these were the questions I saw the most. Thank you for your support. It means a lot.
Damn.
Final update.
Oh, okay.
As of right now, this will be the final update. When all the legal proceedings finish taking place, there will be another update. I'm tired as it is, so I'm going to keep this short. This goes in order. 1. She tried to break in and vandalize my home while I was making the report, and she got herself brought to the police station. 2. The truth came out, or at least part of it. She was never pregnant.
What? She was never pregnant?
The test she took at the police department proved this, which led her to possible charges of miscarriage, to which she had to openly admit that she was never pregnant and only trying to make sure I didn't leave. We had no problems before, so I don't even understand why she did this. 3. Along with charges for the damage to my house, I will be pressing charges for the cost on her friends as well.
Good.
As of right now, she's sitting in jail waiting for the court date.
Holy fuck.
I am now going to take a much needed nap.
That was wild. I was not expecting that. I thought he was going to say the baby wasn't his, but not that she wasn't pregnant.
That's insane.
What the actual fuck? So it wasn't even pregnancy cravings. She was just a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. That's wild.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, sheesh. This dude's lucky. Before it got worse.
What did she think was gonna happen? Like, what? you're saying
I don't understand anybody
that
says they're pregnant when they're not. Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Everything's gonna come to light.
Exactly.
You think you're gonna get away with it? I don't understand.
Even if you got pregnant immediately after you told your partner you're pregnant, that's still like a month.
2 months behind.
Yeah, like you're gonna be pregnant for 11 months. Like that's
how long
that's
you
suspicious.
Keep up with that charade?
Yeah, like I don't understand. I've never understood like how people think that they could successfully pull that off.
Same. I'm in the same boat there. I don't get it.
That's wild. I'm so glad he pressed charges.
I'm very
At first, I was like, oh, I don't know. That's your like the mom of your baby. Like maybe shouldn't be, but like fuck.
There was a lot of comments that were saying like you should press charges and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But like if the person's gonna be that disrespectful to your relationship in your business, you should press charges. Like,
but it was his fiance, right? Fiance or girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. The baby trapping is wild.
Yeah, that
fake baby trapping.
Oh no, it was fiance.
Oh.
Nope, that's a different story. Wait, hold on. No, it was girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried to check his account to see if there's any updates, but his account got suspended. So many accounts so many Reddit accounts get suspended.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird. It's insane.
Wow. Yeah. That was a good one. Good find.
Yep. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. I have one more.
All right. I'll let you finish us off.
Yeah. Last one comes from Reddit on Wiki. The original one was posted on AITA, but it was removed. So this is just a picture. Am I the asshole if I tell my husband he can't bring his PS5 when I'm in labor?
What the? Are you serious, bro? What? Oh my God. I don't even need to hear the story. The title just says it all.
Okay. Basically, it's what the title says. Just to note, my husband loves me very much and is an amazing man. He's been very involved in my pregnancy, has come to every appointment he can get off work, and is super excited to be a dad.
So he's just a little dumb.
Anyways, tonight we were talking about when I will be in labor, and he asked if he could bring his PS5 to the hospital to play while I'm sleeping or something, not while I'm actively in labor. My opinion is that if I'm the one suffering, the least he can do is be present with me in it. I doubt I will sleep very much, as I will be in labor. He thinks that because I'll have an epidural, I'll be able to sleep. I think he is wondering what he will do if my labor extends to around 30 hours, like my sister's did. I respect that, but my question is, what will I be doing? I get he might be feeling bored, but I'm going to be the one pushing a baby out. Obviously, if I tell him I'm not comfortable with it, he would respect that. I'm just posting here with his knowledge because we both want to be right, to be completely honest. That being said, we're both open to being proved wrong. So Reddit, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, regardless of what any situation is, pregnancy or not, your PlayStation 5 stays plugged in at your fucking house, man. Yes. You don't need to take your PlayStation everywhere just because you don't know what you're going to be doing. Like, friends invite you to the cottage, I'm going to bring my PlayStation. Yeah. My wife's going into labor at the hospital, I'm going to bring my PlayStation. What TV? Are you bringing the TV too? Are you hacking into the internet what internet are you using? Are you're going to be asking the hospital for their Wi-Fi? And can you bring a TV over for me and stuff?
That's true.
The hospital's going to be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. How are you not embarrassed?
How are you not embarrassed?
What the
Are
fuck?
You serious?
Yeah.
Listen, I can understand that you think there might be some downtime when she's sleeping and you're not.
She's not going to be sleeping. There's no way.
Whatever. I can understand maybe she's just laying in the bed and she's not in pain and like you're just, there could be like a long and you're chilling. Download a couple movies on Netflix, put it on your phone, download mobile Call of Duty for your phone or something like.
I don't even think so, no.
Just keep it to your fucking self and do that in the background on your phone. And your phone can entertain, if you need to, your phone can entertain you enough. You don't drag your PlayStation setup with you.
Okay, but I still think what you're saying is wrong. Like, I still think you should be present in the moment with your wife while she's pushing out your fucking baby.
I agree, but he said while she's sleeping.
And she said she's not going to sleep. And there's no way she's going to get sleep. If you're in labor for 30 hours.
I agree. I'm just saying that seems like his thoughts. Not I'm going to play PlayStation while my wife's pushing out a kid.
But the whole time is going to be labor. Like,
yeah, he thinks that there's going to be downtime.
Yeah, well, he's wrong.
Right. I don't fucking know. But if you think that there's going to be downtime, you don't bring your PlayStation with you. Yeah. Your fucking smartphone can keep you entertained enough if there is downtime. But like you said, be present. Yeah. This is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Top comment. Ready for a long story / rant. When I had my baby, my ex decided that the one thing that would really help while I was in active labor is to play Monster Hunter on his Switch. I was having blackout contractions for 12 hours, at least once every 15 minutes. He would say either, let's play a game, that always calms me down, or, can I play my game, there's nothing for me to do, followed by a huffy stomp away tantrum when the only response I could muster up was, fuck off, you selfish fucking dumbass. He asked the nurse that was holding my barf tray to move so he could get a hold of the TV's HDMI cords. I got a controller shoved in my face while I was signing the documents to approve an emergency C-section. Oh, and the cherry on top, the first conversation he had with me after I got out of recovery was him telling me that he didn't actually get any paternity leave. He actually got fired because he complained too much about the music they played at the warehouse. I had to comfort him after going through major abdominal surgery and while struggling with breastfeeding a new baby. Dude was an actual man-child, and I am so proud of myself for leaving him behind.
Holy shit. Are you serious? The comment is more than the original post. Holy shit. Yeah, literally what a man-child. That's even worse. Like, he was bringing the Switch and everything. Like, didn't even ask permission. What a piece of shit, bro. Yeah. And then you got fired and you couldn't even fucking tell your partner.
I know. You decided to bring her up right after she had her baby.
The fuck is wrong with you? Maybe bring that up when she's like, hey, doesn't your paternity leave end a week or two later? Yeah. And you're like, yeah, I didn't want to bring it up to you because you're stressing and stuff. But you're already going off of this Switch stuff. What? People are fucking dumb.
So dumb. Like, are you serious?
Like, are you serious, bro? Are you seriously this stupid?
Yeah.
How can you be this stupid?
I know. Just come on. Like, you can take a day at most out of your life to like not do that stuff.
Like chill the fuck out with your fucking gaming shit, man. Grow the fuck up.
Yeah, a literal man-child. Another comment, quoting, can I bring my heavy and bulky toy into the most risky medical environment of our lives because I need to be entertained while you are in pain, but I bet it won't be that bad. Also, can you pack me a juice box?
Literally.
Yeah.
And a granola bar.
Yeah. Like a little tangerine.
I feel like it's only going to get worse because that's people that are our age, that are like millennials, that are like 30-ish, and they grew up with video games and they still continue to play them. Yeah. Imagine the fucking kids who are the iPad kids that their parents just give them iPads to distract them.
Yeah.
Everybody in the future is going to have ADHD and not going to have an attention span.
I think we all do.
How can you learn to develop an attention span when every single time you're in the car, you're playing with an iPad in the back seat? Every time your parents want you to be quiet, you're like playing with the iPad, you're playing games.
Yeah.
When I was 5 and I was in the back of the car, I was staring out the window at the trees passing by. Yeah. And your brain calms the fuck down. When your brain is always being stimulated when you're a kid, that's going to grow into ADHD as an adult.
100%.
And they're going to have real fucking issues.
I know. Like, yeah, this is scary that this is like people probably around our age. Who didn't grow up.
Bro, the next thing I'm just envisioning people with like the Apple Vision Pro sitting in the fucking waiting room
playing that?
the Vision Pro, the goggles, the virtual reality goggles that Apple came out with. Husband's got these strapped on. He's playing Call of Duty beside his wife while she's in labor. That's what I'm envisioning in the future.
That probably people already happens.
Dumbass goggles on.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
That's all I have.
That's all we got. Episode 23 is at an end.
That was a good one, I think.
That was a good one.
That was fun. That was a fun one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Thank you all for listening or watching. Like Denver mentioned, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, and if you made it this far and you enjoyed the show, please give us a rating and review. We would really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And yeah, we just really want to emphasize how thankful we are for all of your guys' support. Even just listening helps us so much. So thank you guys so much. This was episode 23. And You have anything else to add?
Just thank you. Smash the like button on YouTube. YouTube, also, if you go there, we can chat in the comments. You can check out our studio setup. You can see what our cats look like because sometimes they're on screen. Luna was here for a little bit this episode. And so much benefits on YouTube. So support us on YouTube is supporting us the most, and we appreciate you guys. Check out Good Foods. Our link is in the description below. Get yourself a free box and support us as well. And we'll see you guys next time for episode